Los Angeles. He proudly bring you the Clippers at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Last outing for Atlanta unsuccessful. The loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Left side Curry. The shot from the low post is good. Curry's got the first basket of the game for the Clippers.
Steph doing a better job as he gets on in years at changing his speeds. That time on the burst gets to 2.
Towns up top. Fires it up. Off the left rim and out. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Well, you just look at the talent that left the Hawks over the last few seasons, Brent. Easy to see why they needed to start over.
Yeah, it started with Al Horford and his departure, and then Teague and Millsap did the same. And hard for any franchise to remain competitive when you lose that many quality players, especially their chemistry in Budenholzer's system. Arguably a great fit for one another, and now off to doing bigger and better things.
Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Pass to Maker. Here's the 3. And Karl Anthony Towns, good for 3. Towns has got 5.
Looking more comfortable as time moves on. I think his middle name is Play. That would be Thon Playmaker.
Here's Curry. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation. Something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Here's Towns. And good that time. He has 7.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Curry. No good there. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Butler with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Right side Curry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. They get Andre Iguodala. Steph Curry, Brent, is there any doubt in your mind that he is the greatest shooter in NBA history?
I don't think there's any doubt, but I like the fact that Steph Curry doesn't want to be a one-trick pony, and he isn't. He's trying to be better at making plays. He's trying to be better at making good decisions. He's trying to be better as a defender. And so all of these things for Steph Curry, is not satisfied with the things that he's done so far in his career, which have all been elite.
Count that bucket.
If you get Steph Curry in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you just have the feeling he's not going to miss.
Towns wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Towns has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Hawks. Curry. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And the shots just continue. To say no in terms of falling.
And the Hawks making a change here. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. When it comes to veteran players, Brent, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate as much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And Laverne gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Hawks leading by 7. Towns down low. 14 points for him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 16.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Iguodala with the steal. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
Now here is Dellavedova. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Here's Dellavedova. Down low. Just 4 to shoot. To halt the run. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 13-point game. Laverne with the steal. Here's Dellavedova. Good defense by Iguodala.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Here's Towns to the inside. Pass to Maker. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Chalk up 2 there. Towns has got 20.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Smart with the ball. Anunoby in the corner. Drills the three-pointer.
And from the opening tip, they've just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their...
And so it's Atlanta holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action after this word. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board making their subtle contributions.
And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know. Greg goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Yeah, this is demoralizing, I think, for a defense. You want Steph to score on the interior, but that's too easy.
Cornette can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 16. From about 16, they get it again. Outside Holiday. Second chance shot. And the layup good by Curry. Curry's got 13 points.
Now, sometimes Steph has to challenge himself, and throughout the course of a game, sometimes it's with difficult shots like that, a passing grade, if you will.
Butler attacking.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Here's Curry. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Curry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Kid Gilchrist with the steal. And again, Stephen Curry. 17 points in the game.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Brent, I'm sure there were times, and you've won 2 championships, where you thought you were going to win a title, and it didn't happen.
I'll go back to the first night that I thought potentially we were going to win a title with San Antonio. That was in the 2005 finals against Detroit. We had come back home for a Game 6 that I thought we were going to win, and we did not. And sort of the pressure that mounted after that game to know that we were going to a Game 7 and had lost an opportunity where we really did feel coming off a Game 5 we were going to win. It certainly elevated the intensity of the Game 7, which we eventually won at home for our title in 2005.
Got a piece of it. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Jumps up. And the dunk by Town.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation, using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Here's Dinwiddie. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. The Hawks leading by 14. Here's Towns. It's deflected. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Bazemore. Pushing it up. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Shot clock at 6. The Clippers again turning it over. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Atlanta. They led the game at 1 point by 20. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the 4th game in a 7-game road trip.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Moore with the bucket.
Good touch on the inside from E'Twaun Moore. Never bashful about taking it right to the defense.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. That's a jump ball. And here are the Clippers now. Clippers trail by 14. Pass to Tice. And a miss there on the triple. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Maker. Right through the D for the layup. Maker's got 6 points.
Well, superb length shown there by Thon Maker. He has tremendous will that time to beat the other guys to the ball.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in. This roster for the Clippers is in transition, no doubt about it. You think of the franchise's history, plenty of dysfunction, but over the last 5 or 6 years, they've been the best team in LA. Now it's a time for them to reset, try to find some new stars to carry it forward.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and pointed in the right direction.
The Hawks leading by 12. Now Butler. No points in the game yet for him. Out to the right wing. It could go. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Atlanta with the ball, leading by 12. Pass to Middleton. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Middleton's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the 3rd quarter for the Clippers. And they double up Butler. It's stolen by Curry. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Hawks leading by 10. Stolen by Holiday. Kid Gilchrist looking around. At the top of the key, Curry. 6 to shoot. Good defense by Iguodala. Here's Atlanta now. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Connects from 3-point range. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game. In the corner, Middleton with it. Pass to Holiday. 3-pointer. They get it back. Curry wide open. It's good from long range. Curry's got 20 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Towns down low. Inside. Outside Butler. Pass to Hernangomez. There's the lob to Towns. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button. and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. The defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
To the paint. Here's Maker. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 32 points in the game.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Well, Brent, as a former dunk contest winner, I have to ask your thoughts on one of the great Hawks of all time, the terrific human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins.
Well, Dominique, one of the greatest athletes this game has ever seen, and one of the most feared dunkers, obviously, of his era. You remember a lot of the highlights with Neek coming in, flying in, and finishing off a shot that might have missed from the opposite wing and going up over the top and 2 or 3 guys. So he certainly doesn't get enough credit nationally for the type of offensive firepower that Neek provided for his beloved Atlanta Hawks for years and years.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Spencer Dinwiddie taking 2 shots.
He's off on the second. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
And Towns throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Dinwiddie. 10 points for him. And Smart over to help. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. No good from Moore. The Hawks leading by 14. Here's Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Bridges got himself on the board with 3 there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost, and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success. So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Back to Bazemore. Pass to Mason. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up the baseline. Wow, way off on that one. Here's Cornette. Shoots. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Substitution on the court.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Clippers trail by 20. Pass to Middleton. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Middleton's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. Here's Hernan Gomez. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
Outside Curry. Middleton with it. Curry with it. Now guarded by Towns. Outside Curry. Shoots over Towns. Here's Laverne. Lets the 3 fly. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 23.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Curry with another miss. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Butler in the corner. Holiday with the block. And he's able to get it back. Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Curry attacking. Got it. Good job in the low post. 25 points in the game.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
They grab their own miss. And another shot. It's deflected.
Excellent anticipation from Laverne with the block. He constantly sends back shots with some velocity. Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
And here is Butler. Pass to Towns. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
And the rejection by Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Assisted.
Towns has got 38 points.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Iguodala The Hawks working the ball around. Cans it from downtown. And the Hawks lead by 16.
And the arc Iguodala has on his three-point shots, almost like he's drawing rain from time to time.
And the Clippers call time here. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
He can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss. And they have no idea how to contain him.
And the Hawks making a change here.
Marcus Smart. Started. Timeout for the Clippers. Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise!
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Bazemore gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Iguodala. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 7 points for Iguodala.
Well, Iguodala's setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Smart wide open. He fires.
Smart.
Another three for Atlanta.
For three.
Clippers trail by 19. Here's Dinwiddie. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Here's Dinwiddie. Lays it up and banks it in. Now here's Smart. And it's Towns penetrating. In the corner, it's Maker. Tries again. It's stolen. Here's Dinwiddie. Good work defensively by Smart.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Here's Dinwiddie. Count it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Atlanta.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, three after three, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Just a really solid effort on the offensive end. He was getting any shot that he wanted.
Kid Gilchrist. Another shot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Thon Maker.
Well, just how smart and patient was Steph Curry on that play. Draws the contact after the pump fake. Another thing he does so well.
And the dunk by Towns.
Icing on the cake right there, fellas, for what has been just a phenomenal performance.
Well, they are the mayors of City Hall in Blowout City. These guys were locked and loaded tonight, not to be denied. Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
And the dunk by Towns.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Curry can't get it to go.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now the team came in fired up from the opening tip. To see the focus, they're ready to do battle.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Los Angeles. Trailing by 19. Towns with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Smart with the ball. Now Maker. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an